Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joy Stephen, and today we are going to discuss the point system for the new FSW Express Entry selection for permanent residents to Canada. This calculation is simple and straightforward, even though some of you may consider it a little complicated. I have therefore provided some tools which may make the calculation a little simpler. If you want to calculate with the assistance of a worksheet, please download it from the link provided in my blog www.reportersreport.com. This point calculation is for FSW Express Entry applicants who has no Canadian work experience, but you must have work experience outside of Canada. If you look at the worksheet, you will notice that there are 3 sections in the core factor to be filled and 3 sections in the skills transferability factor. So there are 2 factors and 3 sections in each of those factors. The evaluation for a single applicant is different from the evaluation of an applicant with spouse or family. Therefore, I have 2 videos, one for the single applicant, which is in this video, and the other for applicants with spouse, which is in another video. If you go back to, if you are a married applicant or an applicant with a con law, you may want to go back to the Paulin's YouTube page and click on the video with the title Express Entry Visa to Canada, FSW Applicant and Spouse. Okay, let's move on with this video. First of all, I would like to talk about the compulsory requirements for this program. And if you don't have any of these requirements, you may not even qualify to apply. So here are the compulsory requirements. Number 1, you must have at least 1 year of continuous paid work experience in the last 10 years in job classification 0, A or B. Number 2, minimum language benchmark of CLB 7, which translates to 6 in each Ielts band. Number 3, you must have your credential evaluation assessed. And number 4, you must have sufficient funds to resettle in Canada. Well, now let us begin with the first selection criteria. And if you can take a paper and pen or use the worksheet which I have prepared for you, you may want to be ready. If you are using a paper and pen, please write down and prepare your points calculation for the first 3 sections in the core factor: age, education, and Ielts score. Work experience outside Canada will be awarded points only under the skills transferability factor, which is covered in the final part of this video. Okay, now let's consider age. Here is the list of points awarded for age. If you have my worksheet or if you have the paper, note down the point corresponding to your age. If you need more time to see the chart, please press on the pause button on the video and have a look in depth. This chart starts with 17 years or less of age and it awards 0 points, and ends with 45 years or more, again with 0 points. If you're between these ages of 17 and 45, you are awarded points for age, and you may have to note it down. The highest points is awarded for individuals between the ages of 20 to 29, and they are awarded 110 points. The next point we are going to calculate is education. The minimum education points is given to applicants who have completed high school or secondary school, and they are given 30 points. If you have done a 1-year diploma course or a certificate course after your secondary school, you get 90 points. If you have done a 2-year diploma or certificate course after your secondary schooling, then you get 98 points. After schooling, if you have done a diploma course for 3 years or more, then you get 120 points. In some cases, you may have completed 2 diplomas after schooling, and one of those diplomas is a 3-year diploma or more. You get 135 points. University level education, for example, you've completed masters, then you are awarded 135 points. You're awarded 135 points also if you've done a professional degree. If you've completed your doctorate level education, then you get 150 points. Calculate your Ielts scores. Language or English is very important, and English scores are calculated everywhere. This chart hopefully gives you a clear picture on what the Ielts score requirement is going to be. Keep in mind that for this program, the Fast Track FSW program, the minimum language benchmark to qualify is CLB 7, which is 6 in each Ielts band. The Canadian immigration authorities always evaluate language requirements with the Canadian benchmark method, also referred to as CLB. I have provided in this chart the CLB requirements with the corresponding Ielts scores. Great, I hope you have noted down your Ielts points, and now we are going to look at the skills transferability factor, where work experience outside Canada is going to be considered. Your work experience outside Canada will not even be considered if you have less Ielts scores and if you do not have the proper education. This is a significant change from the previous selection system. Let me try and explain how you can earn a maximum of 100 points if you have the high Ielts scores. If you have 3 or more years of work experience and if you are highly qualified. So these are the 3 factors which we will consider in this sector. Okay, under the skills transferability factor, we are going to be evaluated first for education and language, and then we will look at work experience and language. Now, language becomes a very important factor for the new system, and everything seems to be linked to it. This chart displays the maximum points you can earn under the skills transferability factor. If you have good Ielts scores and reasonably good qualifications. If you have done high school with no further qualifications, you get 0 points. However, if you have completed high school and you have completed 2 diplomas, one of which is a 3-year diploma, you can earn up to 50 points. The colored column displays your educational background, and on the left side you can see the Ielts scores required for the CLB 7 and CLB 9, and the express entry points earned for those scores are displayed on your extreme right. Okay, now let us look at the second skills transferability factor. The chart here shows that you can earn up to 50 points if you have good Ielts scores and you have 3 years of work experience. So this section will take care of your work experience outside Canada and your language skills. The colored column displays your work experience outside Canada in this chart, and on the left side you can see the Ielts scores required for CLB 7 and CLB 9, and the express entry points which you have earned for these scores are displayed on the extreme right. Please review this chart carefully and calculate your points. If you have not done your IELTS exam, then you use this as a guide only, and the actual points may be calculated after you obtain your Ielts results. Therefore, if you are a foreign national who has not worked or visited Canada, These are the points you should be considering, and you may calculate it yourself with the help of my worksheet or on a piece of paper. The FSW Express Entry program is expected to open on January 1st, 2015, and it does not have a pass mark. However, the minimum requirement for application has to be met, and let me repeat those 4 requirements again. Number 1, at least 1 year of continuous paid work experience in the last 10 years in a job classification 0A or B. Number 2, minimum language benchmark of CLB 7, which is 6 in each IELTS band. So you must have 6 in each band of IELTS. Number 3, you must have your credentials evaluations done. And number 4, must have sufficient funds for resettlement. Now, you can calculate the points you have earned by adding up the points on the right side of the worksheet. The next question, of course, is there a pass mark? And under the new FSW Express Entry program, applicants will have no pass mark. Applications are likely to be accepted if they meet the minimum requirements which I have just explained. I hope this video is clear on the point system for the new FSW Express Entry program. You can find the transcript and the worksheet for this video on my blog at www.reportersreport.com. reportersreport.com. If you're married or if you're in a relationship, you may want to consider the video with the spousal component, and point calculation is very different compared to this video, which is exclusively for single applicants. From all of us at the Polinsys Studios, this is Joy Stephen signing off. Thank you.